Testing, 1, 2, 3, testing. I'm doing a sound check, so if you could send me a message in the chat, let me know if it's working. Testing, 1, 2, 3. About 12 minutes, a little over 12 minutes until game time. So, testing, 1, 2.
Now, is there any audio that you sent through, or is it just video?
Testing, 1, 2, 3, testing. Okay, sounds like it's working. So I will be back here in a few minutes to get started. Welcome to Knightstown, Indiana at Knightstown High School. And we have a matchup between the Eastern Hancock Royals and the Knightstown Panthers. Thank you for joining us. I see we're already up to 40 people. So if you want to share it on Facebook, retweet it on Twitter, and check out the YouTube link. I may be too loud. Let me know if I'm too loud. I'd rather be too loud than too quiet. I don't want to blow out your TVs. So you can just turn it down, or you don't have to turn the volume up. So we have the Plowshare and Anvil game between the Royals and the Panthers, just 7 miles separating these two schools. And so it's a big rivalry through the years. seems like it's a pretty streaky series over the last few years, where typically the Anvil doesn't normally go back and forth. It's usually one school becomes dominant for a few years and then the other one, and they kind of take turns with dominance. And that's kind of been the history so far. Currently, the Royals have the Plowshare and Anvil trophy, and you can see that there, a graphic of what that looks like. And Knightstown had it last in 2018. So a few things to talk about as we go. Cole Rainbolt's just 4 receptions away from tying the school record in receptions. So a 4th one would tie, 5th one would break the record. This is going to be an interesting matchup. The Royals like to pass the ball with 15 touchdowns in 4 games. But if you look at the Panthers, they have 8 interceptions and have yet to give up a passing touchdown in 3 games. So it's going to be an interesting matchup. It's a little windy out here tonight, and we'll see how that affects the game as well. A few other things. I am by myself. Turner Myers, who's usually with me, a student. We kind of limited to with space because of the times currently. So we were allowed 1 person. So unfortunately, you got me. I know some of you have talked about how great Turner has done in the class and with his announcing. Knightstown's off to a 3-0 start, which is their best start since 2005. They've had some good seasons, but just haven't. They've usually lost a game. A couple of years ago, I think they only lost 1 or 2 games, and they lost 1 early. But 2005 is the last time they were 3-0. They're currently tied with Centerville and Tri for the TEC conference lead. As we have about just over 5 minutes remaining. Again, share it out there. Trying to get through everything. If you would like to see future live streams at the EH Sports Network, subscribe to our YouTube channel, EH Athletics, and hit that notification bell. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers here. We're also on Facebook, EH Sports Network. Follow us and like us there. And then we are also on Twitter at EH Sports Network, where you can follow us there as well. So if you can do that, you can see future live streams of Royals Athletics. Let's look at a few other previews here. We're at Willard Field. Game time's just about 4.5 minutes away. Doug Armstrong is the coach of the Royals. He's 13-12 in 3 years and 110-91 in 19 years overall. Chad Montgomery has had an outstanding start to his career, his 3rd season at Knightstown with an 18-6 record. Last week, the Royals had a tough match against sectional rival Heritage Christian and lost that 56-21, while Knightstown defeated Union City 13-8. A few things to be interesting. In the game, you got potentially 3 different players at Knightstown that will line up at quarterback. Chase Richmond usually does a lot of the quarterback duties, throws a lot of medium range. Ben Newby will also sit back there. He would throw it deep, but where he's really dangerous is in the quarterback draw situation, and he's had quite a few long runs from just tucking it and running it. And then sometimes they line up number 18. Sorry, I got to make sure. I don't want to mispronounce Fields, I believe. Mason Fields. Sometimes they'll line up at quarterback, but he's typically looking to run it, though he has thrown a pass. So should be an interesting, good matchup between these 2 schools. I know both of them want to win, and it's going to be a great game. So sold out. So another reason to share it and let people know about the game, because this was a ticket that I know people were trying to get today and were unable to. We do have instant replay, so I will try to remember. Like I said, I'm doing this a lot by myself, so I will try to keep keep things going, organized here, because normally I don't do as much talking and can do some of the controls. If we look at the Mid-Eastern Conference standings, you can see a few games tonight here that's going to be impactful for that. Westdell is at Shenandoah. That's the only Mid-Eastern Conference game tonight. Monroe Central's at South Adams, and Eastern Hancock is at Knightstown. So appreciate, as I just see Dusty McGee's comments, I appreciate you watching, Dusty. So anyways, thanks, Libby, and your comments as well. Appreciate that. So we do have, I can watch Facebook and YouTube comments, so you send a comment, I will try to respond to it if I happen to look over when it's there. And we will probably go to a quick commercial here real quick, and then we'll be back for the kickoff.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the diamond.
In the pool.
On the field.
Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah! Be great.
Participate.
And the Royals just took the field. You can hear the horns all the way across. Though I kind of enjoy it a little bit better from this side of the field. It's a little quieter. But they're a good crowd over there for the Royals. Like we said, it's sold out. I saw messages on social media of people just asking, trying to find tickets to this ball game tonight. So the Royals are in the white uniforms, blue helmets, and the Panthers are in black uniforms and red helmets. We may be doing an anthem here or something soon, so I will pause for that.
There we go. Good evening, football fans, and welcome to Knightstown High School Hancock over field for tonight's matchup.
All right, so the anthem's over. We talked a lot about the Panthers there early. We'll talk a little bit about the Royals. Houston Swan leads the Royals in passing with, like we mentioned, 15 touchdown passes this season and over 1,100 yards passing. Rushing currently is Zach Arnold and Jacob Johnson will be your two runners. Defensively, Caden Sotelo leads the Royals. I think he wasn't sure if he was going to play, but I saw him out there warming up a little bit ago, so it looks like he's going to be playing. Receiving, the Royals have lots of people. We have 4 receivers over 150 yards receiving. Cole Rainbolt, J.P. Fox, Landon O'Neill, and Zach Arnold with a combined 14 touchdowns between those individuals. So they're going through the coin toss. Royals with the anvil in hand. Winners of this game will get the Plowshare and Anvil Trophy. And we will not have a clock because I don't think I could manage it, so I just turned the clock off. I will try to mention what time is on the clock and down and distance verbally. Again, thank you for joining us. We're over 100 individuals watching. So share it out there. I know they put it on Eastern's website and Twitter feed. So there's a lot of people, I think, that were looking for a way to watch tonight's game. So share it. Let people know it's out there. Looks like the Royals are going to receive first. We got Zach Arnold and Cole Rainbolt back to return for the Royals deep. And Brett Montgomery is going to kick off. And here we go. Knightstown versus Eastern. Squib kick, fielded there by Kane Sotelo, and he just goes down smartly. Protects the ball. And so the Royals are going to start here on offense. Offensively, I think there may be a few changes here. We'll see. Maybe not. So there's your Royals starters on offense. And we are on a hot spot, so if you have some video issues, that could be part of the problem. Swan the pass, and he's going to get pressured by Sam Thomas right away, and there's a sack. It's one thing about this Panthers, they got some big players on that defensive line between Thomas, Orcutt, and Shock. They're on the line. So it's going to be a challenge for our offensive line to be able to block. And now Swan's going to take it again. Out the Rainbolt, there's a catch. And Rainbolt's going to go right down the sideline and pick up a big gain near a first down. And that's another catch for Rainbolt. So if you missed it earlier, he's now 3 receptions away from tying the school record to break it. Just a junior for the Royals. And he did get a first down, so big pickup there after the sack by Thomas of Knightstown. Johnson runs right up the middle, up to the right, and picks up a good 5 yards. Again, Knightstown off the 3-0 start this year. Relying on some big plays during the season. They've had a fumble return for a touchdown. They've had a long run by Ben Newby. Defensively have done a really nice job, though, against most of their opponents so far. Swan back to pass. Oh, and it's caught there by J.P. Fox. And a 16-yard gain. So Royals, after that sack, now are starting to move the ball. talking to Coach Gallion earlier. He's a little concerned about the wind today. And the Royals looking to line it up here with 1st and 10. Johnson off the right side, going to pick up about 3. So I'm hoping the video clears up just a little bit as the shadows and the sun kind of don't mix with each other. And Swan to throw again. He's going to tuck it and run. And straight up the middle. And Newby comes in on the tackle. But it looks like he's going to pick enough for a 1st down. So offensively, the Royals doing really well. Offensive line looks like it's Connor, Knutson. Yep, I'm not going to get to them all. Hoskins, Dishman. The lineup that we were looking at earlier. Boudry. Swan right up the middle. There's another catch by Rainbolt, and he's going to be tackled there at the 14. That's his 2nd catch. And so Swan off to a hot start here, passing early on. We talked about that matchup. Swan with 15 touchdowns and Knightstown with 8 interceptions this season. So good. Swan's going to roll to his right and throws it a little low. Johnson tried to dive after it, couldn't pull it in. And they look over for the play. And looks, you got Johnson in the backfield. And Swan looks to his right. It's going to be Landon O'Neill with the catch. Out of bounds about the 5-yard line. So it's 3rd and short, so they can get a 1st down without scoring. And they're going to run it right up the middle with Jacob Johnson, and he's going to get the 1st down. Be short of the end zone, but going to get the 1st down, so it's going to be 1st and goal for the Royals inside their own 5-yard line. And the Royals get right up there right away, and they're just going to go right back to him. And nothing. So good stop there by the Panthers. 7:50 remaining here in this first quarter. Like I said, I'm not running the clock tonight, so I'll try to mention it verbally. It's got Johnson in the backfield, Rainbolt and Arnold on the near side. Quick pass to J.P. Fox for the touchdown. So the Royals score on their first drive. We'll try. I had a couple replays there from that drive. The Royals have been kicking extra points, but sometimes they like to go for 2 early to make the other team play catch-up possibly. So they're going to hand it off to Johnson, and Knightstown's ready. And so now it's a 6-0 lead, Eastern Hancock. So let's see if we can get a few replays. I think I had 2, actually. Now I'm looking. So the first one, the Royals had just given up a sack. And then this pass happened to Cole Rainbolt, and he got to the sideline and was able to pick up a huge first down after giving up a sack. And then the second replay we have, I believe, is the touchdown here to J.P. Fox. So looks like it was just he's on the high side there, just a slant in, and Houston hits him with ease. So good start for the Royals. Now we'll see what the defense can do and special teams. Special teams. J.P. Fox is the kicker here on this kickoff. And our typical, they have kicked out of that before, but most of the time they've done what you're looking at right now and step back and kick it deep. Looks like it's going to be two Panthers, Fields and Smith, run into each other trying to catch the ball, and they get, I guess they get the tackle. So it's going to be Knightstown ball all the way back at the 18-yard line. Here's your defensive starters for the Royals, or there could be some changes. Let me see. Sotelo is out there, so J.P. Fox is not playing deep safety. And there may be some other changes. Though it does look like that this freshman, Braden Sullivan, getting the start at linebacker. Snap to Richmond. Here's Newby. And he's dangerous in the open field, and there he goes. Oh, he fumbles the football, and it's picked up by O'Neal. So great job there. Newby dangerous in the open field, and the tackle popped the ball loose. I'm not sure if I can get that replay in time before the Royals try to take offense, but we'll give it a shot. So here's the run by Newby. And we're getting ready to go back to live. So there's the fumble. I think O'Neal's the one that popped on it. And we're back to live. Royals take over. Swan to throw, and he's probably going to go deep here. Nope. Oh, and he fumbles, and then they take it right back. So Knightstown steals it right out of Houston Swan's hands. And there we go. Knightstown takes it back. So the trade turnovers. Knightstown turns it over, then Royals turn it right back over. Nice play there by the Panthers. So big gain there. So Richmond back with Newby. Newby fakes the handoff. Richmond's going to follow him, and he's going to get the edge. Tackled there by Johnson. So Chase Richmond with a pickup of about 5 yards. Do want to thank the sponsors you see scrolling in the lower left-hand corner. Those are our corporate sponsors. If you're interested in becoming a corporate sponsor, contact the EH Athletic Department or the Athletic Boosters. And we have lots of different packages, but all the packages include getting your logo on the live streams. Richmond now running up, flag in there. It's going to be blown dead, so you think it's against the offense. And it is a false start. So, again, we didn't get much to talk about there before the early turnovers, but where they traded turnovers. But here's your Royal starters. Braden Sullivan getting the start as a freshman at linebacker, number 13. A lot of our defensive backs are normal. J.P. Fox is not starting. It's actually Caden Sotelo there. A few changes. So good to see Caden back out there tonight. So his hand off to Newbie. He's got the left side. It's similar play to earlier. And it's going to be just a couple yards short of the first down. We're going to be third down and 3. So 3rd and 3, 5 minutes and 36 seconds remaining here in this first quarter. Richmond comes in, pulls the play in from the sideline.
50-something on their defense. He's at 58, is it?
So this time, again, Newbie and Richmond in the backfield. And Richmond's going to throw it short there to Rose, and it's picked up, tackled nicely there by Sotelo. And welcome back, Caden Sotelo. We really missed him last week, out with injury last week. And perhaps one of our, if not our best defensive player. So it's going to be 4th down and 2. And we'll see what looks like Richmond's out, so it's going to play Fields or Nubian at the quarterback position. Look like it's Fields. Fields typically runs. Number 18. Oh, he hands it up to Newbie. He's going to get the first down, but barely, about by a yard. So first down to the Panthers, and the Panthers marching right down the field here. Looks like Richmond's going to be back in at quarterback. Like I mentioned before, they're going to move between Richmond, Newbie, and Fields at the quarterback position. They all bring their own distinct skills to the game. Richmond looks like he's going to pass, and he's going to now run, and he's tackled for a loss. It looks like it was Tyler Cavaletto, I believe, with the tackle. 2nd and 12. 3.5 minutes to go. And Richmond back. Rose goes in motion. Newbie's going to run it to the right side this time. And O'Neill's going to be there. He runs right over O'Neill. Gets not a first down. It's still going to be short by about 5 yards. But he just kind of lowered his shoulder and just O'Neill stepped in there, and momentum kept going forward. So Landon O'Neill with that tackle. The 6-foot, 180-pound junior. Third and 4. Richmond, Newbie's going to run off the left side this time, and he's going to get the first down. So right now, Newbie just moving the Panthers right down the field. So it's 1st and 10 at the 29. And this time Richmond's going to pass. Short pass to Rose. And he cuts it upfield. And nice pick up there for the Panthers. So it's going to be 2nd and 1. And so a mixture of runs off the edge and some short passing game. And I know what's probably frustrating some is the Royals offense has been on the sideline for quite a while. Newbie right up the middle, but played really well there by Cavaletto. And Tyler Cavaletto with that tackle, the 6'5", 275-pound senior, with a nice play there on Newbie. And looks like we have a timeout. Let me see. The official's going to make the call. Timeout Royals. So let me take away that timeout. Let's look at a few things here. Girls golf sectional is on Monday, actually Monday morning, so they're going to be missing a little bit of school. It's at the Links Golf Course. Knightstown and Eastern Hancock are in that sectional, so good luck to those teams. Oh, is it Hawkstail or Links? Oh, Hawkstail, I guess. So then do want to mention Mrs. Tony's class is selling masks for a fundraiser to make for her community service class. So check that out at tinyurl.com/ehmasks. They have a few different designs that you can choose from and order. I believe they're $5 a piece. I think if you buy 4, you get 1 free. So check that out. And Mrs. Tony's class has been working hard trying to get those done and earn some money for their class. Community service class is going to be a little bit different and a little bit more difficult to do this year. So she's looking for some unique ways to do that. So check that out. Snap to Fields. He's going to run it. And it's going to be close. So it could be I think it's going to be 4th and short. So Fields now. Looks like Fields is coming out. Richmond back in. And it's going to be, you got to think Newbie probably here. Royals need to be tough on that defensive line here in this 4th and short. Newbie right up the middle. Think he's going to get it. On second effort, fell over the line, and it was close, but he's going to get enough for the first down. So the 19-yard line, this has been a really long drive. There's 1:16 left here in the first quarter. And 1st and 10 from the 19. Rose goes in motion. Newbie again with the run. And looks like it's going to be a loss. And so we do have a flag on the field, it looks like. So we're going to hear what that is. Holding on the offense. So I'm going to guess they're going to decline. Now we'll see. They may take it just to. We'll see. So it was a loss on the play. So it's, and they are taking the penalty. So it's going to be 1st and 10 or 20, I mean. 1st and 20. Newbie is back. Dangerous in the quarterback draw, so got to be aware of there. He is going to throw it deep. And, they're going to call an interference. Looked like they were. Richmond was running a slant, and they're going to get a pass interference call against the Royals, and that's going to flip the penalties in the Panthers' favor. And hopefully things are going well with the stream for people on your end. We've got 170 viewers so far. It's going to be first down and 10 from, it looks like, the 14. 36 seconds or 37 seconds to go here in this first quarter. And Richmond's going to run it. And he's got nowhere to go, and he's going to lose about 5 or 6 yards. Tackled there by Tyler Spear for the loss. I think Newbie's the one that's been kind of hurting the Royals the most so far. Looks like we have a timeout. Or no, it's going to be the quarter. Sorry. Into the first quarter. And let me remember how to change that. All right. So it's 6-0, and we're going to do a quick little commercial from the IHSA.
This is a tough time for all of us, and it is an especially tough time for high school students and high school sports.
Let's stick together. Let's listen to each other and support one another. Let's work hard, follow health and safety protocols, always mask up, be sure to get a flu shot, and never get complacent or careless.
If we do, I believe that we will have a great high school sports season. I believe that we will win. I'm Paul Neidig, Commissioner of the Indiana High School Athletic Association.
And I'm Carrie Schludecker, Assistant Commissioner.
On behalf of every high school in Indiana, thank you for your support.
This is commitment. This is self-discipline. This is teamwork. This is what high school sports in Indiana are all about. This is your IHSAA.
All right. Here we are getting ready to start the second quarter. Really, each team's had the ball one time through that whole first period. Richmond looking to throw. He's going to be sacked or tackled for a loss there by Wes Kane. Huge play there by Wes Kane. Wes Kane, the 5'11" senior, makes a huge play there, tackling for loss. Like the Panthers have just gradually moved the ball up the field. Really started this possession at midfield, so for as long as this drive's gone, they haven't moved very far. We might have a delay of game or a timeout. Timeout Knightstown before the delay game. And we will see if we have any replays to go to. Or let's talk about the Rise Above It. Rise Above It is a program that deals with learning to cope with life's challenges and stress. It's a free virtual emotional health and wellness workshop for adults and students. And it is September 21st to the September 24th. There's a link there at the bottom at behealthy365.org/riseaboveit for more information and to register. So check that out. See if we can get a replay. I only have a couple, so these might be from a while ago. This was the turnover. The Panthers had just turned it over, the fumble, and then they took it right back, knocking the ball out of Swan's hand. And we got to get out of this replay because we're going back to live. Out of the timeout. So looks like it's Richmond to pass Chase there. And again, the Royals get the pressure between Kane and Connor Knutson there. Making a huge play. So we talked about Wes Kane, and then Connor Knutson also in on that, chasing down Richmond, the 6'3", 245-pound senior lineman. And so now we're looking at 4th and 22. And if you look at the yardage from this drive, the fumble happened about the 50-yard line. So this whole time, it's been short. And Newby's gonna throw it deep. It's way overthrown. And Smitty couldn't get to it. So the Royals are going to take over at the 32-yard line. So after Panthers going, it was a long drive in time, but not really a long drive in distance. So now the Royals offense, who's been on the sideline for quite a while, now takes the field. And you got to think they are ready to move this ball. And there's Zach Arnold with the jet sweep, and there he's fast. And there he goes. He may go all the way. He cuts it back. And a big gain there for the Royals all the way down inside the 20-yard line. So nice big run there. We didn't run the jet sweep any last week against Heritage Christian. And so it's nice to see that play back and the speed of Arnold. And the Royals step right back up there quickly. And now we got Jacob Johnson off the right side, but not much there. It's going to be a gain of about, I guess he gained 3 or 4 there. So after a long drive by the Panthers, time of possession, the Royals move quickly down the field and threatening to score again. And there's the same play. Zach Arnold this time caught from behind, and he goes nowhere. So almost the exact same play we tried earlier and got the big gainer. And Panthers were ready for that one. So now it's going to be 3rd down and 11. Swan and the Royals look to the sideline. Got J.P. Fox and Zach Arnold on the near side. Jacob Johnson in the backfield with Swan. And Caden Sotelo, and I can't see who the other person is over there. Cole Rainbolt on the far side. Here comes Zach. They fake it this time. They're going to throw right down the middle. Touchdown, Cole Rainbolt. That is Cole Rainbolt's 3rd catch of the game, so his next catch would tie the school record for catches in a career. Just a junior. So touchdown there from Swan to Rainbolt. The Royals going for 2 here. I'll get the score updated in a moment. Swan's going to run out. There's Rainbolt over there. He's got to make somebody miss to get in, and he does. So it's 14-0 here with 8 minutes and 44 seconds remaining here in the second period. Do want to take a moment and thank Matt Martin, the athletic director at at Knightstown. At Knightstown High School. He's helped us out to make sure that we were able to do this live stream. We contacted him last week thinking there was a good chance this was going to be a sellout, and it was, and I know it was a hard ticket for a lot of people to get. So I want to thank Matt Martin for allowing us to do this and get this live stream out to everybody sitting at home. It's a little chilly out. It's okay in the press box, but it's a little chilly out here tonight. So you guys watching from your couches on the TV might have had a good deal out of this. Speaking of that, if you want to become a family sponsor, down at the bottom, you can see how to become a family sponsor to help us recoup some of the money that we've been losing at some of our home games. So consider becoming a family sponsor. There's a link at the bottom, a link in the description of YouTube and Facebook to tell you how to do that. Fox kicks it deep, and this time fields it and runs right up the middle and going to get to the 25-yard line. Normally at home games, I have the list of all the family sponsors. I did not bring that with me, so I apologize, but you know who you are. We've had quite a few people do the family sponsorship this year, and we really, really appreciate it. This year we've had 3 home games, and obviously we lost a lot of money because we couldn't sell as many tickets as we normally would, and so we appreciate those people that watch the live stream to give back to the athletic program. And the Panthers now take over down 14-0. And this time it's going to be Fields. Only his second pass of the season, and Zach Arnold's going to get the interception. He kind of had to wait for it. And he's going to be quick. I'm not sure anybody's going to catch him. He's going to get close. And there's going to be a flag late. So an interception by Zach Arnold. And the Royals threatening now, but I'm sure this flag's going to be way after the interception. Is against the Royals, but it's going to be, I'm going to guess it's going to, interception is probably going to stand, and we're going to just be moved back a little bit. So Mason Fields typically doesn't pass very often. I believe only his second pass of the season. Typically when he lines up at quarterback, he runs. And so the Royals now are taking over at the 20-yard line. You got to think Swan and Coach Gallion, the offensive coordinator, might do something deep here. And it's going to be a slant to O'Neal, but incomplete. And second down and 10 after that incomplete pass. Not very many incompletions for Swan so far. I don't have the stats. Other than I'm keeping track of Cole's catches tonight. And here comes Johnson on the inside, and he's going to be close, and he's going to score easily. Touchdown, Jacob Johnson. Well, the Royals take a 20-0 lead. There's still 8 minutes remaining going up to halftime. I did not see how he got that ball. Sometimes Houston will just flip it up to someone, so it technically counts as a pass completion. I don't know if he actually handed that to him or flipped it to him. And J.P. Fox, extra point is good. And the Royals lead 21-0 here. Let's see if we can get some of those replays that we were missing. So we had quite a few that I've missed. So this was early on. This was Zach on the jet sweep that got us going on this, the drive before this that set up the last touchdown. And I think this is the exact same play just a little bit later, so we'll skip that one. And this is the touchdown to Cole Rainbolt right in the middle. And this one here is going to be the interception by Zach. Fields kind of rolled out to his left, and he threw it deep, and then Zach just came and got it. And I'm sorry, we're getting ready to go live. We'll have a couple more replays we might get to a little bit later at halftime. J.P. Fox to kick it. And good deep kick there by J.P. Fields takes it. And he's tackled there around the 30-yard line. Do have some new sponsors that you're going to see scrolling there on the lower left-hand corner. Some of those are coming up right now. So appreciate those new sponsors that have come on recently for the athletic boosters. And the Panthers are now going to take over, and got to think they're going to have a sense of urgency here. And there's a run off the right side. It looks like it's Smith. Jarrett Smith. He kind of hobbles off here. No. Jarrett Smith, typically one of the top defensive players, has 3 interceptions this year. But this time getting a little bit of time on offense. And looks like Newby's going to take it. This is where he's really dangerous. Quarterback draw. And he's going to get loose. There he goes. We mentioned this in the pregame. Zach's going to catch him, though. But he had a big one like that against, I believe, Union City last week. Just similar type play. Quarterback draw. So we mentioned that was a dangerous play earlier. And there we go. So sorry there's no clock, but we're at 6:52. I am by myself. Turner Myers, senior that normally helps me out. Timeout there. Timeout by Knightstown. Turner Myers, who a lot of you have really liked listening to, it wasn't able to come tonight because we were only limited to one in the press box, so due to press box limitations. So it's just me, so we had to sacrifice a few things, and one of those was me trying to keep track of the clock because that's almost a full-time thing to do on the live stream. I got 3 more replays that we might be able to get to. There's Zach's interception and run back earlier. There was a penalty here. We'll see if I didn't actually see what it was, but it got thrown in late. And then this is probably the touchdown. Johnson. It looks like it was a handoff to Johnson, so Johnson just went off the left side and gets the touchdown. And then this was the big play there by Newby. And we may go back, and we're getting ready to go live just right up the middle. And luckily Zach caught him. And we're back to live action here. Richmond hands it off to Newby this time. And he cuts it back to the left side, and he's got some room. He may get to the end zone. He does walk it right in. So touchdown, Panthers. So the Panthers relying on the legs of Ben Newby, and he marched him right down the field on a couple runs and scores that touchdown and gets the Panthers, on the board. So 6:35, they kick there by Wade Toth. And then the score is 21-7. Let's do a commercial here real quick, and we'll be back here for the kickoff.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 160,000 participants here in Indiana who take part in high school sports.
All right, and we're back after that message from the IHSA. Let's see. Do you want to mention to subscribe to our YouTube channel, EH Athletics, and Facebook? And we're on Twitter as well. There's the little squib kick fielded there by Landon O'Neill, and he just runs it out of bounds. So the Royals starting off with pretty good field position. And the offense takes the field. $177 currently watching, so I really appreciate it. Hope you're enjoying it. And I do see the chat messages from YouTube and Facebook. So, and it goes down awkwardly. I'm not sure if he was tackled. Cole Rainbolt, that's going to tie the record, and I doubt that's the one he wanted to tie the record with. But his now tied the school record with 126 career receptions, tying Cooper Henderson. And we've got his next catch he would be all by himself and hold that record. And Swan looks a pass. And he's going to go deep to Landon O'Neill. And it's going to be intercepted. And so now that's the 9th interception for the Panthers this year. So Houston kind of rolled out to his left and went deep, and it was kind of a jump ball. I'm sorry I didn't catch the number that got that. And so, but the 9th interception for the Knightstown in just their 3.5 games here. Be the 6th interception thrown by Houston Swan. And now the Panthers looking to be a huge for them to get a score here going into halftime. And Knightstown will get the ball in the second half as well. So this is an important drive offensively for the Panthers and defensively for the Royals. So it's going to be second and about 8. We've got, I think, Richmond in the backfield. And it's going to hand it off. But they just kind of cut it off. I didn't see who got it. Maybe Newbie. So good job by them controlling and containing. Wouldn't let him get to the outside. Well, I feel right now Newbie's best when he just runs straight up the field. He's tough to bring down. He's quick. So I'm trying to catch up. I had a comment mention how much is the sponsor and the ad in the corner of the live streams. They have different packages. I think they're everywhere from $1,000 to $200. Run there, kind of misdirection reverse, but it's a corporation. It's a corporate sponsor there in the lower left-hand corner. I believe the packages are everywhere from $1,000 to $200, but all the packages include having your logo on all the live streams that we're allowed to. So check with the athletic department or the athletic boosters to figure out how to do that. Cole Rainbolt looks like he's retreating to receive this punt, and they're going to fake it. And the Royals were ready for it. Nice play there by Connor Knutson, and the fake punt goes nowhere. Now the Royals taking over in really good field position with 3 minutes and 24 seconds remaining till halftime. So it looks like the officials is making Rose come out of the game for Knightstown. And trying to check the messages. Thank you for the kind words, Mr. Grapner. And it's a quick throw there to Arnold on the right side, and he cuts it up, and there's going to be probably a hold. Something on the receiver, blocking on the outside probably. We'll see. Yep, it's going to be a hold against the Royals, so that play's not going to count. We're going to be marched back here. One thing we really got to try to do, getting Zach out in the open in those situations. It's good strategy because he's tough in the open field. Yeah, I think the chat's working. I haven't had too many chat messages recently on YouTube or Facebook. But here we go. Houston Swan back to pass, 5 wide. And Swan is going to drop back. He's going to throw it deep to JP. And it's going to be incomplete. So JP Fox dives for it but wasn't able to get to it. So we're going to be at second down and about 15.
He's manned up. Put your best receiver out here by himself. That's a hard cover.
Fox and Arnold on the near side, and Rainbolt, and here comes Johnson. So they kind of faked the jet sweep with Arnold and went back with Johnson, and the Panthers were ready for it. It's going to be third and about 15, 14-15, and we'll see what we're coming up with here. Coach Gallion in this 3rd and long situation. 5 wide once again. And Swan's going to be pressured. He steps up. He does find his receiver, and I think it's O'Neal. Yep, Landon O'Neal with the catch. And so the big pickup, first down for the Royals there, and it's going to move the chains, and that's a tough one for the Panthers because that was a chance for them to get the Royals off the field and potentially have the chance to put up another score before halftime. Now it's 1st and goal from the 8. Johnson in the backfield with Swan. Johnson does run straight up the middle. And good play there by Sam Thomas. Stood him up. And Johnson had nowhere to go there. So a loss of yardage on the play. Again, great crowd here for considering the situation, and there was a limited number of tickets. Have an outstanding crowd here, and both schools well represented. Swan's going to throw. He's scrambling. He's still looking downfield, and he runs out of bounds about the 10. So he may have lost the yard. He may go down as a sack potentially. They did get. So he's at the 8-yard line. So it's going to be 3rd and 8. Or 3rd and goal from the 8. So we see we have people watching from Michigan. We can do a little where are you watching from here if you want. So pass to the corner, JP. Ooh, he had a one-handed catch against New Albany, and that was really close. He nearly got his foot down. It was close. I think he would have thought that was better than his other one. And I think we may have a timeout here. The Royals are going to talk about it here in this 4th down situation. They have kicked a field goal this season. But I imagine I hit the replay button on JP's. I know some of you are asking for that. I have, but I can't. Some reason my replay is not working. Oh. Are we still online? I'm having a slight issue with something, so if you could let me know if we're still live. So everybody good? Having a slight technical difficulty with one of my devices, so I may not have gotten that replay. Is the stream still live? Anybody tell me in the chat, please? Okay, thank you, Michelle. All right. So here comes the Royals here on 4th down. That's a fumble on the snap. And Swan's going to be tackled, and it's going to be a turnover on down. So disaster there in that situation for the Royals. And so now the Panthers take over need to go 90 yards. There's 1:15 remaining until halftime. And I do not have replays and stuff, so I'm going to have to do some work. So hang with me while I talk myself through stuff. 68.1. So I think the stream we're good, but I just can't control graphics currently. So I'll work on that later. And the run off the right side. And the late flag there from the referee. And while we're doing that, I'm going to keep trying to troubleshoot my problem. So it's going to be against the Panthers and going to move them back half the distance to the goal. So it's a minute and I'm going to run right up the middle. It's going to get out to about the 11, 12-yard line. So I see we have someone watching from Florida. Cindy, one of our loyal watchers from Florida. So let me just try something. Yep. So I don't have replay currently. I don't have graphics. But we have a stream, so that's the number one thing. I'll work on that during halftime. Just under 20 seconds here till halftime. And they're going to run right up the middle. And it's going to be short of the first down, but I'm guessing they're going to let the clock run. This final 7 seconds. 3, 2, and now it is halftime. The Royals lead 21-7 here at halftime. And we will, let me see if I can get my halftime graphic to work. All right, and so we will take a moment break, and we will, I'll work on see if I can get my graphics things working, and we'll be back for the second half. It will be the Panthers receiving after halftime. So see you soon.
High school sports are about so much more than winning and losing. They're about persistence and perseverance, no matter how big the challenge.
The high schools in our community are going through a difficult time, but our fall sports season is off to a strong start. And with your patience, flexibility, and unwavering support, we think we'll have a surprisingly good year.
Most important of all, we've got to follow virus protocols and get a flu shot. So let's stay after it. Let's not give up. I'm Carrie Schludecker.
And I'm Robert Falcons. We're both assistant commissioners of the Indiana High School Athletic Association.
Our high school coaches and student athletes, thank you for your support.
This is persistence. This is perseverance. This is positivity. This is what high school sports in Indiana are all about. This is your IHSAA.
High school sports teach important life lessons, like the best offense is a good defense.
If that's true, then we can win this battle against the pandemic by defending ourselves and each other from COVID-19. So let's wash our hands, always wear a mask, get a flu shot, and practice social distancing.
We'll not only be protecting ourselves, we'll also be protecting our teammates and friends, our moms and dads, our grandmas and grandpas.
Let's play tough defense, and we'll win this battle. I'm Sandra Walter.
And I'm Robert Falkins. We're Assistant Commissioners of the Indiana High School Athletic Association. Thank you for supporting the high schools in your community.
This is respect. This is cooperation. This is individual responsibility. This is what high school sports in Indiana are all about. This is your IHSAA.
All right, we're almost back here for the second half. Royals will be kicking off to the Panthers, 21-7. Just checking out some scores at halftime that I'll probably try to get to here in a little bit. And so far, JP's kicked it deep every time. And we've had fairly good kickoff coverage each time. And again, they're going to be chopped down there at the 22-yard line. So I think my sound is good. I know we were talking about where people were viewing from. We might probably do that a little bit later again. And I think I have my graphics back. Let's just show those who started the game. A few may have changed since. And looks like it's going to be Richmond back. Nope. Yeah. Handoff right up the middle. Richmond hands it off to Newby. So it's going to be a gain of about 3. And 2nd and 7. Right before halftime, the Royals were threatening to score. But we're unable to score. Someone sent me a screenshot of their TV of JP's foot in the end zone. So on that catch that was nearly a one-handed catch. So apparently I got it, but I did not get the instant replay. My graphics thing went down before that. So it's going to be 3rd down and about 11 here for the Panthers. And here's the snap. Richmond to throw. And it's going to be at the feet and incomplete. And it's going to be 4th down. Probably not the drive the Panthers were looking for, trying to get back into this game coming out of halftime. They tried to fake punt in the first half. That did not work. Cole Rainbolt's back to return deep for the Royals. And a low kick right to him. He's got a couple returns for touchdowns in his career. And he's loose on the left side, and he's cutting up the field, still running. And he may go. This is probably be his third. I believe it's his third kick punt return for a touchdown in his career. And big play there. And big plays made by Cole Rainbolt to score coming right out of halftime. Hasn't gotten a lot of opportunities to return punts this year. They seem to be kicking away from him, but that was a low kick that went right to him. And he did a nice job weaving his way through down the field. JP with the extra point, and we have a flag. So hold on just a minute as it did go through the uprights. So we'll see. Looks like they're going over to talk with the coaches of Eastern to see what they want to do. Probably giving them the choice to take it on the kickoff, probably. So it was an unsportsmanlike conduct against the Panthers. And now the Royals are going to be kicking off from Knightstown area of the field across the 50. So at the 45-yard line. So 28-7, and special teams huge there. Been probably a big part of this game. Fake punt, the Royals were able to stop earlier on in the game, got them good field position, and then the low line punt right to Rainbolt, and he was able to return it for a touchdown. We did get the replay on that. If I get a moment, we'll watch that again. So interesting to see what the strategy will be here in this short field and what they decide to do. If JP will see how far he can kick this or onside. And he does kick it deep, and one bounce, and it's going to go to the 16-yard line where the Panthers will take over. And the Panthers take over. And I believe on their last possession they did not. They think they lost yardage on their last drive. So hopefully they can get something going on here early on in this drive. It's going to be a run right up the middle again. Believe it was Newby, but Ben Newby with the run. He's been a bright spot for the Panthers. He's got a lot of their big plays this season. Looking back going into the game, he was rushing for 398 yards and 3 touchdowns in 3 games. So nearly 400 yards rushing in 3 games coming into the game. There, right up the middle again is Newby. He's going to get the first down and a little bit more. And early on in this game, they were really working the edges and the outside, and now they're starting to cut straight up the middle with Newby. And here we are at 1st and 10 from the 30-yard line. This time Newby's going to take the snap himself. He's going to run off the right side. And that seems to be where he's, honestly, where he seems to be most dangerous is when they just snap it to him directly and he goes with no handoff, nothing. Just he can throw it downfield, though he hasn't done it very often. But he's most effective, it seems like, on the quarterback draw type of a play. Royals need to be ready for it. He's already had a huge play early on in this game that led to their touchdown. This time, mishandled snap, and Richmond just tries to get something out of it. He does gain a yard, I believe, on the play, and it's going to be 3rd and about 6 or 7.
3rd down and 6 for Knightstown.
Surprised at the slow pace what the Panthers are going at right now. They're, despite being down 3 touchdowns, they don't seem to be in too much of a hurry. And here they're going to run off the left side. Going to be a short gain. It's going to be 4th down. It's going to be 4th down, and similar spot where it was the 3rd and 11 in this similar area of the field that they punted last time. You got to think they're probably going to go for it here, but we'll see. See what kind of play they come up with here. And there's going deep to Rose. It's overthrows. Few people that's had catches that Richmond hasn't really looked at. Reagan and Porter hasn't really had any targets so far. And they have quite a few catches during the season, or a decent amount, I guess, or the leaders. That time he looked deep to Rose. Royals take over at the 34-yard line. And late, JP running on the field late. And looks like we have some subs. Maybe not. Maybe that's Landon. And Swan's going to throw it. He's going to throw short to JP. Eludes the first tackler. And he's still going. Protecting the football. He's going to get all the way down to about the 19 or 18-yard line. So JP, the short pass from Swan to Fox. And then Fox just kind of tucks it and gets what he can. 190 viewers so far, so appreciate everybody watching tonight. I think 213 is our regular season record, so share it out there. Here comes Swan going deep, and that's going to be a touchdown for the Royals. And that is J.P. Fox. So J.P. Fox with the touchdown. He had one almost in the similar area that someone sent me a text message of a picture of him with a foot down with the ball that got called out of bounds. But this time he easily gets his feet in bounds. And the Royals take a 34-7 lead. And the extra point is good.
Extra point is good.
And the Royals lead 35-7. See if we can get some replays that we may have missed. So this here is the punt return. And Cole just kind of weaving his way through the field. And really, nobody's going to catch him. And then let's look at, this is the touchdown that we just had. From Swan to Fox. And nice throw and catch, and another touchdown. We'll get back to live action as the Royals get ready to kick off. JP out to kick off again. And he's had a nice job on kickoffs tonight. That's going to go to Smith. He's going to run to the right side. He's got a little bit of room, but he's tackled at the 25-yard line. Flag on the play all the way here on the Knightstown side. So nowhere near. You can see it right there on your screen. Nowhere near where the play was. I wonder if it fell out of a pocket. Holding on the return that was really nowhere near where the play was going. So costly turnover there. It was actually Smith did a nice job, and now it's going to be back at the inside the 20-yard line where the Panthers will start this drive. And there's the snap. Richmond to throw, and he's going to get a completion, first down, but there was a flag thrown way back toward the line of scrimmage as the ball was thrown. A good throw and catch for the Panthers, but it's going to be negated by the penalty. Holding on the offense. Half the distance. So they're going to be at about the 6-yard line here, backed up to their own end zone. Royals with quite a few, mostly the starters pretty much out there, still on defense. Oh, and looks like they're going to draw the Royals offside. So I think that was Hunter Knutson possibly, which is, first of all, just good to see him out here. I know he's injured. I talked to him this week to see if he was playing. He wasn't 100% sure, so good to see he was out there. Unfortunately, gets the penalty there. And Richmond to throw again, and it's completed to Smith, I believe. And it's going to be just short of about 3 yards short. Or, oh, sorry, I'm looking at the wrong sticks. 2nd and 8. Yes, Sherry, Coach Dowd. Knightstown was coming into game 3-0, their best start since 2005 coming into this game. And there's Richmond going to run, going to be tackled right about the line of scrimmage. So chased down there by Tyler Spear was one of the individuals. And we just passed over 200, so I think the New Albany we were 213. We've had some sectional games where we've been over, well over 200 and something. But regular season, I believe 213 is the most we've had watching. So we're just 10 away. Thank you. And here's the snap. Richmond throws the screen. And the Royals play it really well on defense. It's going to be 4th and about 6 yards. And defensively, the Royals have played well. The early drive, early drive was a long drive, not really long in distance, but long in time. And then they gave up one huge play to Newby, and then a touchdown round to Newby. But for the most part, the defense have played pretty solid tonight against the Panthers. And Rainbolt's going to let that one hit. That's how most of the season's gone. Cole hadn't had too many opportunities to return this year. And so he was unable to return that one, and now the Royals take over there about the 45-yard line. Sorry, I know there's no time. 2 minutes and 54 seconds remaining here in this third period. Mrs. Tony's class is selling masks. So if you're interested in purchasing one of those, they're tinyurl.com/ehmasks. And you can order it there, and her class will make that for a fundraiser. Here comes Zach, and he's going to be tackled hard after a pickup of about 8 yards. And Zach was really moving there and came to a stop real quick on the tackle. And we've got Swan and I think it's Zach back there with him. Arnold. Swan is going to throw. He's got lots of time. He just softly throws it overhead. And Cole was unable to get to that. It's going to be 3rd down and about 3. And 2 minutes and 7 seconds remaining here in the third. Swan takes a snap. And Arnold's going to run with it. This time he gets loose, and big hit there, but Zach got the first down and more before he's tackled. And getting Zach in space, him and Cole are easily two of the fastest players on the team. And they're really hard to catch if you can get them out in the open field. Zach getting some time at running back. He started the year in running back and then has had a few games where he hasn't played, and now he's back there tonight a little bit. And, they try to hand it off, but Zach goes down immediately for a loss of about 4 yards there. 1 minute and 27 seconds remaining here in the third period. Swan's going to throw it, and it's going to bounce to his receiver. So it's going to be 4th and long. I imagine they're going to go for it here, or the Swan will just kick it. I've seen him go for it many times in this situation, so. But Knightstown hasn't really moved the ball a whole lot, so of late. So they may just go for it here. 5 wide. And here comes Houston. The throw, he's going to go deep to Cole Rainbow, and that's going to be the record for the all-time leader in receptions. So Cole Rainbow breaks the record with a touchdown. And there's Cole Rainbow, just a junior, the 6'1", 185-pound junior, now has more catches than any other Eastern Hancock Royal in school history. Now with 127, I believe. Yes, 127. And I hope I counted right. Otherwise, I made a big deal, nothing. So we have J.P. Fox with the extra point. And this one's good. JP's been solid on those extra points. And I think we just hit mercy rule time, if I believe right. So mercy rule wants you to get a lead of 35 or more. In the second half, we go to a running clock. See if the officials acknowledge that here soon.
It's in mercy rule. How do they call it? They know it.
I think,
Or do we just know
I
it?
think we just know it. Yeah, I don't remember them calling anything.
So it's 35 at any point in the game.
Yeah,
Off and just let it run.
I believe so.
Okay. Everybody on par with that? He's going to run it, so hopefully he keeps it.
Okay. So there's Cole's record catching touchdown. The record's not for touchdowns, though he's closing in on that record as well. This record is for receptions in a career. And sorry, we'll get back to, oops. We will get back to live play now. And a deep kick by JP. And they're going to get out to about 23. We'll see.
Just run it. Yep, you got it.
Knightstown sets up around 23.
You only, I think you stopped on scores, right? Is that what it is? Changes the possession and scores or something.
That's the way I have this now.
Okay.
We're not going to blow this.
Yes. And I think they're just going to let the quarter run out. And it's going to be the end of the third quarter, so we're going to enter the fourth quarter. And let's see here. Change my period. And
Hey, we only stop the ball on changes the possession and scores. Stop the clock, I mean. Okay. All righty, I appreciate it. Thanks. Bye.
so we're going to look at the conference standings here. When I last looked, Shenandoah was ahead of Westdale 21-0 at halftime. So Shenandoah will be moving to, let me check, see what the score is currently. Not very many conference games played so far in the MEC, so it's hard It'd be just the Raiders joining the Royals at 1-0. Let's see what we got here. Some local scores. Greenfield Central ahead 51-0 over Shelbyville. Heritage Christian 51-6 over Shortridge. And we're back to live. We'll get some more as we get a chance. Here's Richmond back to pass. He scrambles. Still scrambling. There's a flag. I'm working on some more scores there. 49. 49-14. Centerville leading Tri-High 49-14. Mount Vernon leading Delta 28-0. I believe that's number 1 versus number 9, maybe. New Palestine halftime score was New Pal 6, Pendleton 3. Monroe Central is losing to South Adams 7-21 at halftime. And we'll see if we have more later. Oh, Centerville just went final 49-14 over Tri-High. Centerville coach Pageant. I coached against him when he was a freshman basketball coach at Cecina. And doing some great things there at Centerville with the football program. So it's second down and a lot. Second and 20 or so. Under 10 minutes here in this fourth quarter. It will probably go pretty quick here with the running clock. Newby's back to throw, and he just kind of throws it in the ground. So it's going to be third down and 20 or so. 21. This game is to win the Plowshare and Anvil Trophy. The Royals brought it with them, and they're hoping to take it home tonight. 5 wide. And a deep throw overthrown. So it's now going to be 4th and 21. And Cole Rainbolt goes back to return. I'm going to guess we're going to have some substitutions come in here shortly. And there probably was on that possession. I'll try to start reading off some names of some of these kids that are JV players typically. A deep punt. Cole goes to retrieve it. It's going to go. He's just going to let it bounce. And going to get good yardage there on that punt for the Panthers. So the Royals are going to take over. We'll see who comes out. It does have Houston is out there at quarterback. Rainbolt, Johnson. It's going to be 1st and 10. 7 minutes and 45 seconds here remaining in this fourth quarter. And here comes a run off the left side to Johnson. He does get the edge, and he's going to turn it upfield. And he is tackled there by Smith and out of bounds. So big run there by Jacob Johnson. And we just had a shift change here of Royals. And we think we just had the JV come in. So going to have Aaron Redmond in at quarterback, and I have to get my roster out here. Aaron Redmond at quarterback, and we're switching out offensive linemen. Can't see if that's not sure who's in the backfield with him. In the past, when Redmond has come in, looks like we just had a delay game. So we're going to get a penalty here, move the ball back. I see 40, Ryan Wickard, the sophomore. Peyton Spear I see out there. Redmond back at quarterback. He snaps it and goes down, and he's going to lose 5 yards on that snap and play. See if Coach Hibbert's probably over there calling the plays. Typically when the JV comes in, he makes the plays, calls. 23 is out there. That is Dominic Shelby. 81 is Logan Gilman. And I still trying to figure out who the running back is back there. It's Ben Atkins, maybe. And I think it is. I think the handoff was to Ben Atkins. It's his first carry of the season. And it's going to be 3rd and long. And Redmond going to be taking the snaps. I'm not sure who the linemen are. Or I call them out. There's 5 minutes and 1 second remaining. They're not afraid to let Redmond throw it, though. So there's a pass. And going to be a loss of 1 on the pass. Dominic Shelby with the catch. It's going to be fourth down. And the Royals moving backwards here with this squad. Oh, Coach Gallion, I see him. He is making the calls over there. Still calling the plays in. And the snap is going to be to Redmond. And he's going to look to throw it. Short pass there. And it's going to be a pickup, but it's going to be a turnover and downs. Trying to see who it was. So Ben Atkins with the catch there. So Ben Atkins with a run and a catch. Now we have the defense runs out on the field. Again, JV defense out here now. We got Gavin Scroggins, I see. Carter Wickard. And we have a timeout, Knightstown. So 3 minutes and 34 seconds remaining. And see if I got a replay or anything. I do have one replay. I don't know what it is of. I think this is Jacobs Johnson's run off the left side. Had one man that could tackle him, and that was a good tackle there by Smith. Otherwise, Johnson's running for a touchdown on that play. And that's the last replay I have. Do need a Paxton Farm Sweet Corn player of the game. I guess I forgot to mention it. Who do you have as the Paxton Farm Sweet Corn player of the game? I have a few possibilities. Houston Swan throwing the ball. Cole Rainbolt breaking the school record in receptions, I believe. He also had a punt return for a touchdown. So if you have a suggestion on who should be Paxton Farm Sweet Corn Player of the Game, put that in the comments. And the snap there. And run up the middle. I didn't see the number who was back there.
See y'all. We'll see you. Take care.
And just 3 minutes and 17 seconds left. And they're letting the clock run. Trying to see who else I see. A 52. Caden Nation out there. Charlie Halcomb for the Royals. Pass there by Eli Kane. Incomplete, but not a bad pass right there. But it falls incomplete off the receiver's chest. Trying to see who our linemen are in there. Colton Dishman, I think I see in there. 15. Gavin Scroggins. So a lot of these JV players getting some minutes here on a Friday night. I was talking to Jarrett Lewis when he did our first game. And I asked him if he remembered his first Friday night, and he thought it was a Knightstown game. So going to be a first down for the Panthers. Nice little run there for the Panthers. Coach, we're out of sweet corn, so we don't get any. The winner does not get any sweet corn. We ran out a couple weeks ago. But I think Coach Gallion does have a trophy that he gives to the person that gets the most Paxton Farm Sweet Corn awards that he made himself. So more players coming in here for the Royals. Just players coming in and out constantly here. And this is, like we said, this is 35 seconds remaining. They Plowshare and Anvil trophy game. We're going to see lots of photos here. Traditionally, it becomes a photo contest or photo moment with the trophy. And so we're going to see that happen here shortly. And pass is incomplete. And that may be the last play of this game, as there's now just 10 seconds remaining. And I think we're going to go with the Paxton Farm Sweet Corn Player of the game as Cole Rainbolt. So had the punt return for a touchdown. I believe he had 5 receptions. If I did my math right, hopefully I did. And I believe he's at least tied our school record, if not broke it. And so I do want to thank Matt Martin, the AD at Knightstown, for allowing us to do this stream. I want to thank everybody that watched us. Consider becoming a family sponsor or giving a donation to the athletic program so we can keep doing these live streams free of charge. Some schools are starting to go to a pay-per-view option, and we really don't want to go to that. So really would like to keep it free. And so that's one of the ways that we can. So Cole Rainbow, our Paxton Farm Sweet Corn Player of the game. And the Royals will travel to a long trip next week, heading to West Central, which is north of Lafayette. So it's way up there. Long travel, I do not believe we're streaming that. So, or at least if we do stream it, it probably will not have an announcer. It'll just be video only if Coach Gallion sets it up or if we're allowed to do it. So, but don't anticipate having a live stream. But I think we may do a volleyball game or two here next week, possibly. And you can look forward to that. I appreciate everybody. I don't know if we ever got to 213, but we were close. And I thank everybody that watched us tonight. And like I said, thank you to the athletic director, Matt Martin from Knightstown, for allowing us to do this live stream tonight. So from Knightstown, Indiana, we will sign off. The Royals win 42-7. Good night.